Okay, now let's give you guys some practice. So in the previous video, I've shown you these 6 laws here on limits. Now use these 6 laws here to work out the limit of this as x approaches 3. Okay, so yeah, so here looking at this here, you can use this law here to break this up. So here you've got a limit of this complicated thing here. So by using this law here, you can say, oh, the limit of this whole thing here is the limit of the top thing divided by the limit of the bottom bubble here. So rather than looking at this collectively as a whole, you can just break into it and say, oh, the limit of this divided by the limit of this. So you can actually use this law here, and then maybe you can use this law here to then break into this bubble here, to then break into this bubble as this the limit of this, take away the limit of this, take away the limit of this, and then you can use this law here to break into this. So the limit of 5 times something here is the same as 5, well, you finding out the limit of x here, and then times it by 5. Well, do whatever you want. Use these laws here to try and find out the limit of this whole thing. So press pause and have a go. Okay, so to do this here, hang on, let me. Okay, so first, well, rather than trying to find the limit of this whole thing here, use one of the laws where whenever you have a fraction, well, find out the limit of this, and then divide it by the limit of this. So basically, when you're given this whole thing here, just concentrate on finding out the limit of this, and whatever the answer is, then divide it by the limit of this thing here. Okay, and then use one of the laws to actually break this bubble up. So at the moment you've got this bubble here. One of the laws says that you can actually break it up like this. Okay, so break it up here. So rather than finding out the limit of this complicated bubble here, just concentrate on finding out the limit of this, and then this bit here, 5x here. Whenever you have this here, well, if you're trying to find out the limit of this, then this is the same as 5 you finding out the limit of x. Okay, that's why you're able to move the 5 out. Well, anyway, from here you can actually move to here. Okay, and then well, basically I'm using the law where you break up this complicated bubble into 3 parts, and then you can break these 2 up as well. Okay, so from here it will take you to here. Okay, so now if you just concentrate on, well, just looking at this here, the limit as x approaches 3. So now you can just put a 3 into here. Okay, so basically the limit of this here becomes this here, and this, well, this 5 here is this 5 here, and then I've just worked out that the limit of x here as x approaches 3, it's 3. Okay, this here is like you having this kind of this graph here, and then as x approaches 3, so 3 is here, so well, it's going to be like this. So this bit here becomes this 3 here, and then the limit of 4. Well, yeah. Well, one of the laws says that if you have, in this case here, y equals 4 is going to be like this. No matter where x approaches, it will always be 4. So let's say this is a here. As x approaches a, it will always be 4. So this bit here will always be 4 here. Well, this bit here becomes this, and this here becomes this. Okay, and then yeah, and then just simplify, and then it should give you this. Okay, so the limit here as x approaches positive 3 would be 16 over 7. And if you plot a graph of that function, so remember our original function was this. Hang on. Our original function was this here. Now if you get a graph plotter and plot this graph here, plot y equals this whole thing here, it will give you this graph here. Hang on. it will give you this graph here. Now, as x approaches 3, so 2's here, 4's here, so 3's here. You see, as x approaches 3, you see this point here, as x approaches 3, this point here is actually 2 point something. Well, our answer, well, this point here is actually, this is actually 16 over 7. Okay, so it's you approaching this. Well, looking at this graph here, you can also try and find, well, I will continue in the next video, but the answer to the solution in this example, well, in this practice problem here is, well, as x approaches 3 here, this will be 16 over 7. Yeah, 16 over 7. So the answer here is 16 over 7. In the next video, I will try and find out the limit of this point here. You see, there's an asymptote here. So here, when you try and find out the limit of this bit here, you should get the answer of does not exist. The limit does not exist here, because you can see that as x approaches whatever this point here, which I will explain in the next video, it heads towards positive infinity, and from the right hand side it heads towards negative infinity. So we should get a we should not have a limit. Well, I will show you in the next video. Okay.